Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Dog Talk Sports. It's your boy P. Schmitty in the house with your boy Ray Trem. Ray, say hello to the people.
What up? What up?
Dirty Dogs in the house because
Got the unfiltered episodes.
it's just us two, as you can see.
Squares aren't here.
So we don't have our leader. He's painting right now. He's being a Picasso, painting the Sistine Chapel right now. And then everyone's favorite Texan, howdy ho, yeehaw, down HEB land, where the drones don't last.
Yeah, ain't no drones
Rootin',
down there.
right? No drones down there. Rootin', tootin', shootin'. Dano, we love you too. So you're stuck with your boys here, the Dirty Dogs tonight, and yeah, it's been a minute since Ray's been on the pod. So
Yep.
Ray,
Been traveling as usual.
welcome back to New Jersey and the drones right now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get right into it. Got the Yankee cap on. Dano and I talked last week. We were awaiting the for the shoe to drop and the signing of Juan Soto. Right? Can I get a drum roll? Brrr. Yeah, he's not a Yankee. So Juan Soto, 15 years, $765 million. I did not stutter. $765 million to the Mets.
Yeah. So let's cut the chase, right? Good for Juan. You were part of a team that got us to the World Series. Happy for you. Enjoy
Not the
being
bag.
yeah. Got your bag, you got paid, good for you. Now enjoy being in the NL where you're gonna have to compete with the Dodgers for the next eternity. And you will probably lose to them in the NLCS every year. You might crack through once or twice in the next couple, but yeah, listen, it's
Not with
still
that pitching staff.
no, that pick it's gonna get better when they sign that the other Japanese kid and he comes over and he's a Dodger too, and they have like a 8-day pitching rotation because they have so many starting pitchers. It's it's gonna be insane. So good luck to Juan Soto in the NL. You know what? I'm actually relieved. Like as much as I wanted him to be a Yankee,
I
that
think
amount.
we all wanted them. We all
Yeah, this listen, you're crazy if you deny the fact that you didn't want to see Juan Soto in pinstripes for eternity. But now that it's signed and the ink is dry on the paper and he's in Mets colors playing at Citi Field, I kind of reflect on it and I'm like, you know what? We don't need another 15-year contract on the books that it's worth 700 and what they offer him? 60 million?
Yankees 16 years 760.
Yeah, 16 years, 760. So we don't need that. You don't need that. Like because it's gonna come out in like next year that he's actually not like 26. He's actually like 35 and he duped everybody.
Wouldn't that be the greatest fugazi in all of sports since they found out Danny Almonte pitching for was it Harlem was
Yeah,
like 18 years old
yeah.
pitching against like 14-year-olds or 12-year-olds?
It's like that movie with the kids with the old the Dominican guy comes in and he's like 40 smoking a cigarette playing against like teenagers. But but
Uh,
listen, it is what it is at this point, and we don't
oh,
have to worry about that loaded contract. And as much as I was like ready to go burn down Yankee Stadium and bring TNT to the Bronx, for legal reasons, that's a joke. Um, they immediately turn around and Cash and Steinbrenner make a huge splash. You go out, you get Max Fried, sick with it.
on my list.
Yeah, boom. You start checking the boxes immediately. And even today, right? The Kyle Tucker trade doesn't go the way we wanted to, but they were all in. And it's like you
Yeah,
finally have a little bit of hope and you can smell life in the air because you're like, oh, wow, they're pissed.
they know. They like I really think that Soto going across the Mets could wind up being the
One of
best
the best things that
thing
ever happened.
that has ever happened to us because it's lit a fire under Hal. It's lit a fire under Cashman. Cashman's in the middle of interviews and he's like, well, hang on. And he's to the
Yeah.
phone making moves because what was the quote that Cashman said
We're
that
not yeah, we're not even close to being done.
we're not close to we're not going to retreat. We
We'll
are
retreat.
yeah, we're fucking full steam ahead in this and
Every
that's
day you wake up and there's Yankee news and it's like
what you love to hear. But again, the old saying, you don't win a World Series in December. So see
I
what
actually, speaking of that, I saw a great anti-Met quote today. Something
I heard how.
it was something like someone fired back at a Mets fan, an arrogant fucking Mets fan that was like, "Oh, we Yankees are now the little brother in town." Like, but like sit down, people. All right, go sit down somewhere if you're a Mets fan because guess what? You become the big brother in town by winning 27 world championships. You might, the Mets get the wins in December, which is great because guess what? There's no baseball being played. Yankees get wins in October. Mets don't. Like that was like along the lines of how the quote went. Like, the Mets can win in December, but the Yankees will always win in October more. And
I'm
solid.
I'll
That's what I love.
clap that up right now. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful quote. I mean, I think we only got one win in this October, but hey,
Hey, listen, you know
it's
what?
one more.
Overall, it's still our show.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I mean, honestly, the magic, like, it was more of like, of course, we want to sign Juan Soto. I think riding that magic that like he brought to the postseason, that home run, if he retires the Yankee at the end of like this past season, that home run against the Indians to send us
goes down in
the
history.
World Series is iconic.
And you know what? We're never gonna lose that. Like he was always a Yankee for 1 year. We're always gonna have that run
We'll,
and
we'll always have 2024, right?
always have the memories,
I
right?
mean, in 5 years when he opts out,
I truly don't think he lasts 15 years as a Met. Like that, it just doesn't.
the
It
other
doesn't
thing
make
that boggled I wanted to touch on this his presser with the Mets, his introductory. They asked him, "Have you spoken to any of your old Yankee teammates?" And he is like, "Nah, I haven't talked to one of them." That blows my mind.
there's
That
something there's something in that sauce because he's on his fourth team now at a
and
young age of
he I mean the Nationals they want to ink him up. What was it, 15 years, like
yeah 14 million.
400 million at the time, and that was like a massive deal. And he said, "Nah, I'm out." Traded him off to the Padres. Didn't really get along with Machado and Tatis. That's what came out of that, and they moved him to the Yankees. I mean, if from a blind eye,
He
look,
only gets the bag because he's a Yankee. Let's make that clear. Like you play on any other team this year, if he was a Milwaukee Brewer,
I
having
mean, he got
free
the
agency,
because he batted 288, hit 41 home runs in front of who was he
the
in front of?
world, the world. But he batted in front of the world, right? Not just because you're batting in front of
No, no,
Aaron
no.
Judge.
I'm saying the
Yeah, I
play.
know. Yeah, I know you're saying that he was Aaron Judge's like setup man and they did that back and forth thing and they did. But also you were on the biggest stage in baseball because you're a New York Yankee. Like you were exposed to the world and you did everything because you were on a Yankee team that made a run to the World Series. You're on the Cincinnati Reds, Milwaukee Brewers, right? Any of these teams that are like meddling middle of the road, you're not getting a 15-year, $765 million deal. I'm sorry. I just don't think that happens. Like he literally caught fire in the perfect timing. He was the right player at the right time. in the right uniform to get the biggest contract in baseball history.
And the right spot in the rotation in the
Bingo.
batting order. So I mean, but for him to say that he hasn't talked to any of his old teammates,
That's
like
crazy. That's
like
crazy. Especially when you're in a team with Garrett Cole and Aaron Judge, who took less money to stay Yankees, and because winning is important, legacy is important. He said, "Fuck legacy, pay me."
and I mean, shout out, he got the bag
Yeah,
and different breed, but I it just shocked me because I mean, on paper, watching a game, Aaron Judge and him hitting the fucking dappity do fucking championship belts and crown the king, like I was like, oh, but I guess I mean, business is business, and you're on a team, and your goal is to win. So
yeah,
I guess you
yeah,
don't have to like each other outside of the stadium, but
yeah.
just saying, a lot of teammates showed up to Aaron Judge's fucking gala, and his, I don't know, I don't know, but Yankees look good. I'm excited for the position that we're in. Max Fried inked it up. Devin Williams got ourselves another end of the rotation. Dog.
Yeah. My
Now,
only concern about Devin Williams is he's a head case.
well, you know what? Put fucking Luke Weaver as our closer. Let Devin Williams set him
I
up.
just I hope someone reels Devin Williams in and is like, listen, this isn't Milwaukee anymore. Now you're, first of all, you got to shave your beard. Good luck. But
Give him one of those nice pencil thin
I
stashies.
can see that. I can see that rocking. But you're in New York now. Like this is New York media. New York chews people up and spits people out. I hope, you know,
Rise to the occasion, kid.
yeah, yeah. I hope you rise,
Level up.
not
You
get
need to
eaten up.
take that Aaron Judge PR course.
Yeah.
Team is great. We're here for each other and just out here to do a job. And the team picked me up around them, and boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we're not finished yet, though. I know you have a big name at first base that you
It's chilly.
it's chilly. The
Yeah.
fucking polar bear. I know you want him.
I want the polar bear. Number one, I think he's a good fit. I think he, listen, historically he rakes at Yankee Stadium. We've all seen it. We've lived with it, right? It's just one of those things. I think if you're Pete Alonso, I think right now you're pretty pissed at the Mets. I think you're pretty pissed. Like you've made a message, right? Like what's the owner's name? Steve Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
So Uncle Steve out there has made it clear. He goes, money is not an issue. I just paid that man in the outfield the bag. Yeah. Just
Oh,
he
here's
flat
another.
out said, I will not be outbid. Cool. So if you're Pete Alonso and you're like, hey, remember that time you went out to the media and said, like, you want me to be a Met? You want me to stay a Met? What, let's go. Like, what's taking so long?
Yeah, where's
Why aren't we done yet? Yeah.
ATM?
Yeah. I think if you're Pete, you're pretty pissed. So what better way to
Like,
say, fuck you,
fuck you.
New York Mets, and come
Uh,
on over, cross over town, right? You don't need
God,
to be big
but
flag or
you
anything like
know, I the, I like Pete too, and it's always fun. It would always be fun to have a Yankee in the fucking home run derby every year. But you know, he signs with the Yankees the entire year. It's gonna be that fucking comparison
Juan
of
Soto versus.
Soto versus Polar Bear.
But you
But
know what? At the end of the day, if you're paying Pete 300 million, right, for what, 5 years?
300 million,
I'm shooting high. I can't even do numbers right now. My math ain't mathing.
three
Right?
hundred million is just that's a lot.
It's a lot of money. So let's call it 5 years, 250 million. Still a big bag.
25 million a year. All right.
No, that would be 100.
50 million. No, you're not paying him $50 million a year, dude.
All
You're
right,
paying,
so let's be more realistic. Let's say 145 million for 5 years. That make you feel better?
yeah.
All right. So if you're paying that man 145 million for 5 years, right? In 5 years, Juan Soto has made how much money?
I don't fucking know, a fucking boatload of
A
money.
boatload more. So
Yeah.
if Pete's batting 240 and Juan Soto's batting 260,
Soto's not gonna bat 260.
what's he gonna bat?
Soto's gonna bat. He's gonna bat at least 280.
At least 280. Think
Yeah.
of the pitchings he's had to go against in the NL now.
It doesn't matter. He's still Juan Soto. At
Okay.
least for 5 years, he's gonna be batting 280.
You know what he's due for, and I don't want to wish it on him.
No, stop. Don't say it. Don't say it. He's due for a
Shit
diet.
happens.
My man had that fucking spare tire in that Mets uniform.
Look a little comfy with that 700 million in the bank.
I
765, sorry.
eating that home cooking right there. But yeah, I polar bear at first base. I'm for it. I never thought I would say this, but Alex Bregman, you are the third baseman for the New York Yankees.
I mean, it makes the most sense right now.
You moved. I mean, we just traded our second base prospect.
A very good prospect.
Yeah, but
Actually, didn't they
he's
come
too
out and
short.
say like he was pretty much the guaranteed like starter?
They that
Yeah, it's gonna be
uh,
Jazz is
yeah,
Jazz
Jazz.
is your
I
second base.
think Cashman knew all along that Chisholm was going to be moving to second base.
Yeah,
So move him to second, put Bregman at third, go get the polar bear. You're probably done after that.
yeah. I mean, you pretty much checked most of the boxes at that point. Uh,
Unless you go get Corbin Burns one more time. Oh no, no.
yeah,
This is why I don't think I forgot about Bellinger.
yeah. I mean, Bellinger's out there. You gotta. I think at this point, now that the Tucker deal is over, I think Bellinger's your next move, your next piece.
You
Uh,
got to put Bellinger. I mean, it depends. Bellinger might go to first base, or he goes to center field. Because
yeah,
then I know Cashman really, the Yankees in general, want to move Judge back to right field.
Judge has got to go back to right field. It's the only thing that makes sense. So yeah, go get a center fielder. I'm going to toss this out there. You're not going to like it.
Oh, if Harrison Bader's name comes out of your mouth right now, I'm shutting this fucking podcast off.
Then shut it down because I was going to, bro, you could go get him for nothing.
Because he is nothing.
He's a great defensive center field.
What? The fucking 25 games that he's going to play?
Well, listen, he played a lot last year.
For the Mets.
Exactly.
No, stop.
It's a cheap filler that you don't mind if.
I'd rather have Verdugo back than him.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
We're doing that. I'd rather have Verdugo back.
I'm fine with that. I think they're interchangeable.
How about this? I'd rather get Bellinger, keep Chaz Chisholm at fucking third base, and re-sign Glaber and put him back at second
I don't want that.
than Harrison Bader. That, yeah,
Okay.
that's how
All right.
I do not want Harrison Bader back on the team.
Look at you. I got
Glaber back.
give you Glaber back. The little leaguer. You want the little leaguer over Harrison Bader.
Yes, because the little leaguer will play almost every single game of the year.
All right. So it's mostly his injury concern that bothers you.
1,000%.
All right. That's fair.
1,000%.
That's fair.
And also, we have the fucking Martian.
Uh,
He's a defensive liability, I feel like.
the defensive liability, but you talk about injury concerns. The dude can't stay on the field. I don't want to hear about Dominguez anymore. I don't. I want
Oh,
him
we have him
traded.
already. So that's why I'm throwing him out.
I want him traded. I want him gone. Goodbye. See ya.
They're not trading him. And by the way, tonight's episode of Dog Talk Sports is brought to you by Bowl and Basket Spearmint Leaves.
What is wrong with you? What makes your brain walk down I've gone shopping with you. I've gone food shopping with you. What in your brain goes, oh, spearmint leaves. These look great.
It's delicious.
I think you literally go, oh, I'm doing a podcast with Ray tonight. Let me pick out the shittiest candy I can to boggle his brain.
Apologize. Apologize to the Spearmint Leaves right now.
Sorry. To
Sorry.
you, spearmint leaves.
Halfway forgiven.
Well, you can't pick one or the other. You get one apology. It's to you or the spearmint leaves. I picked you.
No.
I'm not apologizing to him. I apologize to you for insulting the spearmint leaves.
Apology accepted. Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed that. So yeah, that's Yankees. There's moves to be made. There's levels to this shit.
There's levels to the game. And I mean, listen, the fact that there's been Yankee news every single day since winter meetings, I'm inspired to not. I was almost ready to boycott the Yankees.
This whole podcast was getting ready to boycott them, except for me. I'm the only schmuck here that was already, all right, opening day is on a fucking Thursday this year. Time to fucking get ready to buy the tickets.
And you ahead, say my quote that I gave you today.
I don't remember what the quote was.
You're used to pain.
Fuck you.
You're used to pain. I said, as a Ranger fan, I understand that. That's a whole other portion of this podcast that we'll breeze over later. But in New York, we're used to winning. But you as an Oakland Raider fan, go ahead, show off the nice, what do you got? Your Brock on tonight?
Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah. And yeah, we got the offensive rookie of the year, which we'll get into, Brock Bowers. But
you're used to that pain, right?
What is our mantra? Indoor.
So I'm back to not boycotting. I'm in.
Yeah, I'll see you opening day.
I'll be there at opening day again. We'll be there.
Right. Conspicuous by his absence, we have a prepared statement, and I just want to preface this because
this is not the overall views of the podcast.
No. Zach, this is to you, buddy. I love you. However, so negative sometimes, and your statement is not negative by any chance. It's more positive than I ever expected it to be. But when Juan Soto signed with the Mets, the fucking world, the sky was falling. The drones had descended upon us, and they were abducting everyone in New Jersey one by one. That's what happened in our group chat. A couple days later, I told everyone, let's simmer. Let's cook a little bit. Let's process it. We have feelings. These are Zach's. And I quote, Juan Soto is a Met. A day that will live on in New York baseball lore. The Mets no longer are a little brother in terms of spending power. They are now a premier team in baseball, along with the Dodgers and Yankees. Now they have to actually win something to prove that they aren't little brother in terms of winning. The rotation as it stands is garbage. With Clay Holmes being the Mets' number 2 starter, they need a lot of help in the pitching department in order to be competitive with the Dodgers and Braves. Now the Yankees aren't used to losing a star player. Sometimes when an arrogant bully gets humbled, they come out of it better. The pivot. Max Fried, Devin Williams, possibly Cody Bellinger, and Alex Bregman would make the Yankees better than they were last year. Have to get the deals done, though, because at the end of the day, it's all talk. Losing out on Kyle Tucker stings, but again, they have to pivot. Have to put together a team fans will spend tickets on after losing Soto. End quote. He touched on basically everything we hit on. Leaves it with a a lukewarm to optimistic view, I felt like. So, Zach, shout out. I feel like the positivity
Is rubbing off.
is rubbing off in the littlest ways. But hey, the sky didn't fall. We all woke up better. And we just got to wait and see.
Yeah, I
Again,
mean, I think the sentiment's clear. Like, if you look around, like, the AL didn't change much, and right now we are AL champions. I mean, the Red Sox getting Garrett Crochet, little concerning. Little, don't love that. He's a
the Red
good,
Sox, Red Sox suck. How about that? This,
yeah. All we heard about was Juan Soto going to be a Sox, and listen, you're talking two different sentiments. If Juan Soto became a Red Sox, the Civil War might have started again.
I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I
It
mean,
would have been ugly. It would have been horrific.
see the Red Sox, but see, the thing is, the Red Sox Yankee rivalry is always the Red Sox Yankees, but it hasn't been that like,
They made a Netflix show on it. It hasn't been that since that show was what that series was about.
yeah,
It hasn't been that.
in that time frame. The every Red Sox Yankees game, and I'm talking regular season, April, May, whatever, like
July, 4th of July
is like
weekend, always.
you 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 were locked into every single inning,
Yeah.
every pitch of that series. Not so much anymore,
No.
but
Right now, the games that are circled on Yankee fans' calendars now are your Dodger games, the one series a year, uh,
Dodgers, Stros,
and Astros. That's it. That's your three rivals right now, which is crazy. Like no one really cares about the AL East games anymore because it's like, yeah, it's
yeah, it's not what it was, and that's all right. Soto, enjoy Queens. We We'll see what other moves the Yankees make. Maybe by next week on the pre-holiday edition.
I think tomorrow. I think you're gonna get more news tomorrow. I think Cashman and Steinbrenner are genuinely pissed that this Kyle Tucker trade didn't go through, strictly because the Astros didn't want it to be with the Yankees. And I think you come out tomorrow absolutely firing on all cylinders, and you're saying, yeah, okay, watch this shit. Like you don't want to do this deal with us, check this shit out. I think by tomorrow, Cody Bellinger or Bregman's gonna be in pinstripes, and we go into Christmas with a very optimistic outlook on the Yankees.
and a full stocking, baby. Let's fucking go. So let's move onward. Would you like to touch on the Rangers? Because I know Dano, he dabbed in it a
Yeah.
little bit on the last episode that him and I did. So he wanted to get your take on things. So Ray, the floor is yours.
So right now, as a New York Ranger fan, the sky is falling because it's bad. It's just fucking bad. Not only is it bad for the New York Rangers, but now all of your premier rivals, talking about rivalries, are on fire. The Devils are back, and God, do I fucking hate it because the worst thing for a Rangers fan is the Devils to be good and the Rangers to be really fucking bad at the same time. Because these Devil fans that we're surrounded by are like what's the word I'm looking for? They're incons like I can't even talk. You can't talk to them. Can't talk to them. They are just like it's the show. What was it?
You're not even saying words,
I'm not. I can't like this is how
right?
my brain doesn't compute when it comes down to this. What was the when the guy painted his face was just shouting devils, devils. What was that? Friends
Don't
or
fucking.
Frasier? One of them.
Oh no, it was Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. Like that's what it's like. They just yell in your face. Like, it's you at a Raiders game. That's what it is. It's you use your apology,
Raiders.
which by the way, for the record, at the Miami Dolphin game, you said over 100 times.
Uh, 116 was Brian Bukowski's final
Collective.
final calculation. So shout out, Pack. Thank you for keeping track of that, buddy.
Yes. So it's just bad. Uh, Chris Drury comes out and he pretty much says like, "Hey, listen, we're tired of sucking. Big moves are going to be made, right?" And it sucks because you went into the offseason pretty much telling Jacob Trouba, "We're going to fucking trade you." He had a no trade clause because his wife was going to nursing school in New York and basically was like, "I ain't leaving until she's done with school." So they go,
I ain't
"Okay."
fucking leaving. I ain't fucking leaving.
Yeah. So they go, "Okay, check this shit out. We're gonna go into the season. You'll still be the captain, quote unquote." They make this whole thing public and just completely destroy the guy's mental capacity to play. So he doesn't just do a fucking thing this year. And then you come out and you say that public statement of, "Oh, we're gonna shake things up." And you name guys. You put fucking names on the block. Chris
They
Kreider.
named names.
You name names, not just people like. Listen, I'm a Kreider guy. I'm a ride or die Chris Kreider guy. Like I think Chris Kreider should have had the C on his chest the whole time. And you have assholes that are just like, oh, he doesn't deserve it. He's not worth the being the captaincy and this and that. Like to be a New York sports captain is a major deal. You put it on Truba's chest and then you drag him through the mud. That's not how New York treats their captains, and it's fucking disgusting. So that has me irate. I'm not mad to see Truba go. I'm a little sad because my most favorite jersey has his name on the back and the C on the chest, and I'm a little upset about it now. But that'll get fixed.
Moment of silence. Moments pass. Gone.
um, it's just bad. But then so you name names, and now guys are literally in their own heads, and the play gets worse. So now you trade Truba, which God help anyone that plays Anaheim right now, because you have two of the most lethal headhunters playing defense on that team. So good luck to anyone playing Anaheim. Thank God you're in the West. Don't want to see much of the Anaheim in the near future. Um, Keandre Miller, one of your better defensemen left on the team, goes on the IR today with a lower body injury and is going to be out multiple weeks. It
Hate to see
doesn't
it.
get good. And then, as another public embarrassment, literally the ESPN breaking news: Jacob Trouba traded to Anaheim. As that's happening, Chris Drury's on the phone with Igor, going, "Hey, yeah, so we traded Trouba. We're going to pay you now. Here's all your money you want." Like, you think that looks good? What? Like the only good thing I know as a Ranger fan is that Igor is going to be my goalie for the next 8 years. But you're playing like shit right now. Playing like shit. And it's just bad. It's all so bad. And I don't know what it takes to turn it around. There was rumors of Brady Tkachuk becoming a Ranger, and then Brady Tkachuk goes out and publicly says it's a clown show how the media is treating this trade. I'm not leaving. I've had a conversation with my GM and my team president and my coaches, and they have told me I'm not being traded. So let's move on. It's embarrassing. It's just flat out embarrassing. Like I I would love to see Brady Tkachuk in a Ranger uniform, but that kind of makes it like, ugh, gross. So I don't know. I don't know where they go from here. I don't know what the rest of the season looks like for them because they're a bad team right now. Um, there's not even bright flashes on it. Like Panarin's playing like shit. Zibanejad's playing like shit. Adam Fox is the best player on the team right now, and he's been the best player on the team. If I was hoping they were going to hand him the captain, but then Chris Drury comes out and says flat out, "We will not be making a captain anytime soon." So what? Like, what are we doing? We're just going to roll no captain again, and cool. So there's no leadership on this team, is what you're telling me. There's no one good enough to lead this team. So where do we go from here? Like, I,
I mean, as it stands right now, the Rangers sit fifth in the Metropolitan, so
fifth. What's their record?
15 and 12.
Gross.
You
Gross.
guys are dangerously in Pittsburgh Penguin territory.
Yeah, and listen, like the Penguins are bad. The Penguins are really bad. And right now we're flirting with our territory, and it's just bad. It's gross.
And just for reference, the New Jersey Devils are 19-10 right now.
As they should be. They're a good fucking team. They're a good team. They actually like I was actually watching the Maple Leafs game the other day where Austin Matthews put one past the Markstrom in overtime. They outshot the Maple Leafs like 38-14. That's crazy. And they lost. It's bizarre. Shout out to the Maple Leafs backup goalie, who's a Jackson boy, Anthony Stolars from the hometown, Jackson, New Jersey.
Shout
Won
out. I always like to represent a hometown
a
boy.
J-Town,
Hey,
little J-Town boy.
Dawg.
Yeah. Won a cup last year with Florida, backing up Sergei Bobrovsky, one of the best goalies in the league, and now is in Toronto and absolutely stood on his head against his hometown team, making them look silly, blocking 37 shots out of 38. So shout out to the hometown homie.
Shout out. Much respect right there. Our boy Ray Trem getting a little dirt off his shoulders right there. Feel good?
No, it doesn't. I mean, that's how bad the Rangers are right now that I'm watching a Devils Maple Leafs game in hope for some form of decent hockey to be found. Because it's just gross, you know. I mean, shout out to the boys over at the Rangers Ed podcast because they've been losing their fucking minds, and rightfully so. It's just like there's so many things wrong with this team, and you don't have the answers, and it just sucks. So that's the state of a New York Rangers fan right now. So
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. So, with that being said, let's transition. Let's take our Yankee caps off, and we will set the tone right now. So, let's buckle up, baby.
look at you. I am proud of you for that little uniform change. If you're not watching on YouTube, disrespect on that uniform change just now.
Yeah, listen, follow us on the YouTube. We're here. Like us, subscribe, do the damn thing. Now, with that being said, let's do a little recap. We'll do it quickly, and then we'll jump into this week's football because last week, week 14, for those fantasy football players out there.
How do you got to talk about fantasy football?
Because we are a sports podcast, and fantasy football is a big part of the NFL these days. And
I wanna put a special fuck you to the fantasy gods for scheduling me versus you, not just one league, two leagues we square off with playoffs on the line,
playoff implications
playoff implications
in
in
both leagues.
in both leagues, and I lost both.
Yeah,
By
shout out to
the
the Pittsburgh
smallest
Steelers.
margin. Yeah.
Shout out to
Shout
the
out to the
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers. In one
Or-
league, just a dominant force. In the other league, a playoff spoiler.
Yeah,
That's
cost me a bye league. Cost me a bye week in the one league where you're dog shit in, and the league
absolute dog shit.
and the league that you're dominant in, you beat me by 3 points, kicking me out of the playoffs. Which even with a loss, I needed
9.
1.9 to get into the playoffs, and the Pittsburgh Steelers crush it, crush
Hate to see that. But I mean,
brutal week 14 for this guy.
week 14 is just make or break for some people. Sorry, right? But this week, I mean, in our league, you were going up against, shout out to
Favorite podcast listener.
favorite podcast listener, a regular listener, the itchy asshole, Mike Rizzo. Hell of a year. You
Probably showering right now, listening to this.
Yeah, probably touching himself, scrubbing his itchy asshole. He
Yeah,
said
he did actually. He did with
he came right out and said, "Well,
no like hesitation. When
hope,
I
hope we could still be friends after I beat you this weekend."
yeah. So
Let's standing on business right now.
handling up business. Shout out. Shout
Check.
out.
So the Thursday night game, hell of a way to start off the fantasy week 14. Lions getting that tight dub over the Green Bay Packers.
And one of the best games of the year.
Best game of the year.
One of. It was a good game.
It was a good game. It was a really good game. Fucking Josh Jacobs doing dog stuff. But man, Sonic and Knuckles,
Detroit Lions, man, they are.
Detroit, Rock City are gassed up.
Yeah, they
I,
are a force to be reckoned with.
as the
Go right ahead.
resident
Don't,
uh
don't let them see.
as the resident Detroit Lions
Porter.
supporter, not fan, supporter.
Listen, we have them, right? We all have them.
Fucking team is awesome. It's fun to watch. They're poof. I mean, defense is a little shaky right now, but offense just picks it up. And also, this is a little. I don't know if anyone else does this on the Prime cast for the Thursday night games or any of the Prime games. Do yourself a favor. Scroll down and go over to the Prime view, and it puts it in Madden mode. Did you see this?
No.
On the next Thursday game that you watch or any game on Prime, it's like
I think
extra
there's a
broadcast
prime game on Sunday, isn't there? There's
with
like a 7 o'clock prime game on Sunday.
there could be. I don't fucking
Oh,
know.
I think so.
Go down to alternate broadcasts. It's like the Prime fucking view, Prime whatever, and it pulls it up like it's in Madden mode, and you get the Madden view. You get the fucking arrows that follow the fucking routes and everything. Pretty. It's the only way I watch it now. But yeah, Detroit Lions, 12-1. Dogs, dogs. See you in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, confidently, I think you can say that.
And then Sunday, the game that kicked us out of our secondary survivor pool,
Ugh.
the fucking Tennessee Titans. You had it. You had it
You had it.
until you didn't. And Mac Jones,
Mac Jones.
the Jags, man, Jags stole one. And when they stole one, the Raiders became the first overall pick, baby. Let's fucking go. Gotta love it.
And I stand corrected for the record. There is no prime game this week. There is a double Monday night game.
Double Monday night, which your boys lose a game. So yeah, Jaguars are dog shit. Are they drafting a quarterback, Ray?
I do not think so.
Because they're going to be behind the Giants and they're not going to have a quarterback to draft, or
No, I think this quarterback class is not deep enough for them to go into Trevor Lawrence replacement mode. I mean, they've showed commitment to T-Law. I think the best thing for him right now, he's out for the rest of the year, get surgery, heal it up. I think they go out and go
Travis,
get a,
Travis Hunter.
well, they need offensive line help, but yeah, you put Travis Hunter on that team.
Take him, don't you?
What's that?
If Travis Hunter's there at 3,
You take him. Without don't even waste your time. Like if you're the Jags and it goes Shador Sanders, Cam Ward, and you're sitting there at 3, as soon as that name is announced from the number two team, who I think will be the Raiders, as soon as that name is announced and that guy's like on the podium, you should be at the stage like, hey, here's a card. It says Travis Hunter. Here, take it, take it, take it.
So you think that the Giants?
I think the Giants will have the number one overall pick.
So that means the Raiders have to win a game.
It doesn't stand right now. The Giants are number one overall pick.
Your Las Vegas Raiders sit at number one right now.
Then yes, I think the Raiders have better odds of winning a game than the Giants do. So the Giants are going to lose to the Ravens. Um, and we think the Falcons will beat the Raiders.
We don't.
Well,
You
I kind of need that to happen, so I'm sorry. Um,
a
the
double
Giants,
apology.
the Giants do play the Falcons next week, which could be a winnable game for them, but I don't believe so. The Raiders play the Jags. I think the Raiders win that game.
I, the Raiders are going to put me as quarterback.
You've said it before. Your boy AOC is back.
I think good. He could barely walk. Fucking throw him out there.
Giants beat the Colts in week 17, which I think they lose that game. Um, and the Raiders are they what?
Denver. It's either Denver or Chargers.
No, Denver plays
Oh
Bengals.
no, NOLA, New Orleans, because it was supposed to be the Carr game, but Carr
Yes.
blew out his arm.
Yes. So
Well,
that would be Raiders Saints on 12/29. Yeah, I think the Saints win that. I think the Raiders could win that game. I listen. I don't think that. I think the
damn name, but I'll pick them every week.
yeah.
All
And
right.
then in week 18, the Giants play the Eagles, which
Um,
unless I mean the Eagles
Giants,
might be resting their starters, so maybe winnable. And the Raiders play the Chargers, which I know you have that game circled.
for us to lose.
The most anti-Charger fan there is.
Fuck the Chargers. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about another team of our fellow co-hoster, the New York Football Jets.
I mean they are bad. They're bad.
And shout out to occasional listener Michael Steven Tellup, who was at the game.
That game cost me a lot of money, and I'm not happy about it. Thank you for all the support I gave the New York Jets this year. I really was like,
Yo,
this is how you repay me.
we
This
should
is how you
roll
repay
the
me.
tapes of this year and study the Jets and their fall from grace the moment you put that Aaron Rodgers jersey on. Did you gremlin it?
Ah,
You
I
you put it on and it was almost like it's like Drake calling out like a fellow team or like placing that $1 million bet on somebody.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my sport fandom
You're
because
bad.
everything I touch goes to shit. The Bengals, Joe Burrow is playing at an MVP caliber this year. I don't care what anyone
I,
else. Go ahead.
do you think the Bengals would trade Joe Burrow to the Raiders?
If so, you would have a new Raider fan.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I'm telling you, I thought about this. I had like a flash, an epiphany because Joe Burrow is slaying it on my one fantasy football team. I got the Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase stack, and I am just
Unbelievable. If you have that,
marred.
your team is just disgusting. Between two people, you've gotten multiple games with over 100 points between two people.
That's happened once and it's touched like 70 points like three other times.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean like Joe Burrow is playing at an MVP level.
Jamar Chase
Jamar
is
Chase.
the fantasy MVP, I think, of the year.
I don't think there's a non-playoff team in any fantasy football league that
That doesn't have one of those players on their team. And if you have both,
you're dominant.
you're
Dominant.
not.
Yeah. And it's like the only reason the Bengals are as bad as they are is because their defense is made of absolute Swiss cheese. So
Uh, but that's what I'm
we
saying. It flashed in my head when I watched.
we could go out there right now and catch touchdowns against the Cincinnati defense.
It flashed in my head when I was watching this on what was it? When did they play?
The
They
Monday
just played.
night game against Dallas.
No, they just played Thursday. No,
No,
Monday.
they played Monday against Dallas.
Okay, and like that last minute fucking touchdown from Jamar Chase where he fucking went off for over 40 yards at the end just to really seal the deal. It flashed in my head. I was like, what if the Raiders said, you know what? Here's three future first round picks and a
I
couple.
think I don't think there's an asking price in the world where Cincinnati trades him.
Okay.
I don't think there's any realistic trade opportunities for him. He's people are gonna mock me for this. He's the best quarterback in this league right now.
I agree with you.
Statistically speaking, he's the best
I,
quarterback right now. People are gonna
I
say it's Patrick Mahomes because of victories and yes, it's a winning team and Mahomes is
I'm saying
incredible.
this season
This
because
season, as we stand here today talking about quarterbacks, I don't think there's a better quarterback than Joe Burrow in the league. He is a pure pocket passer, just an absolute weapon. Even dinged up, he's slinging the ball. He's putting up numbers that are
he
like,
would be the MVP if his team wasn't in the cellar.
yeah, yeah.
Instead, the MVP is probably going to be Josh Allen.
Yeah,
And based off of that last game that Josh Allen had,
crazy. 51 points. I mean, just wild.
stupid
Yeah. So
fantasy.
turn around and reopen that Bills Super Bowl window that we shut multiple
Uh,
weeks ago.
it's drafty in here. That thing's
I
open.
think it's wide open.
Why? It's not wide. It's like a
As
quarter.
long as Josh Allen, we can never put disrespect on that man's name ever again because as
I
long as
I
he
would
is,
like to offer a formal apology to Mr. Josh Allen, and also shout out. He's a big Yankee fan. I didn't know this, so
is
Josh Allen.
as
Maybe,
long as he exists,
maybe
the
he's a
playoff window will be open.
maybe he's a Raider.
I do think I think if you talk about teams, Zach Taylor of Cincinnati should be fired this year. I think he needs to go. And Sean McDermott, I think should be on the hot seat.
Even with the Bills being where they are right now.
I think Sean McDermott should be on the hot seat. Not saying I'm not calling for his firing, but like at minimum, your seat's warm. Very warm. Zach Taylor, I think, needs to be fired. Like, goodbye. Fired.
Is it his fault the defense sucks though?
Tell me the last time the Cincinnati defense was good.
Okay, fair, fair.
Cincinnati defense is better coached and good. They have a Super Bowl under Joe Burrow already.
No, maybe, but we all know
Minus the fact that the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes exist.
Patrick Mahomes' world, and we just live in it. But
Yeah, but even with that, Burrow is the only quarterback when they match up head to head
yeah,
to take them, to take them to that level, right? And
he beat him.
he beat him. He got to the Super Bowl over the Chiefs.
Oh, it's Joe
The
Chay.
last time, the last time a non-Chiefs team played in the Super Bowl,
but they lost to the Rams. So,
Don't remind me.
but that was more.
That was the fuck them picks Rams.
Yeah. So fuck them picks Rams and who was the fucking defensive tackle that retired? Aaron Donald.
Yeah, that was
Mon-
Aaron Donald game.
monster,
Yeah,
monster. But I mean, all right, let's because we're
yeah,
kind of
we're
back.
all over the place right now. So to reel this back in, I'll just a breaking thing that just came out on ESPN. Um,
We're breaking news.
it's not breaking news, but I just lost it. But basically, it was Cam Ward sending a message to the New York Giants that if they get me, they will get everything that comes with me. Like, come get me. I'm the best. Pick me number one, basically.
Good, take him. He'll be there at number two.
I don't want him. I don't want any of the quarterbacks from this class.
So, all
Why
right,
my name is for this episode is
with the first overall pick, it'll be the second, but the New York Giants select. Boop 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 boop. There's been
the
a trade.
trade is it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're saying fucking sell the farm.
Yeah. I'm saying perform.
You want sell your first round pick and reap the benefits of it. So what
Yes.
do you want with that pick?
What do I want with that pick? My knee-jerk reaction, and I'm gonna get laughed at. This is gonna sound fucking crazy. You ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this.
You want Jameis Winston.
No,
Okay.
no. Kirk Cousins.
Kirk O'Bangs.
Yes. Yeah. Give me Kirk Cousins for the next 2 years as a filler, as a senior veteran quarterback, as a stopgap, right? You know what you're going to get out of Kirk Cousins. Not great. I know he's been playing very poorly these past 40 games.
Very, very poorly.
I don't put that all on him. That team is just a mess. Kyle Pitts, 0 receptions, multiple games. Thank you very fucking much. Um, 3 targets, 2 targets. Like you have one of the better tight ends in the league, and you're not even targeting him. Something's off in that.
That offense outside of Bijan Robinson needs to be just
Revamped. Yeah,
sent to the sun.
sent to the moon. Yeah, goodbye. So I don't blame it, and that's why I'm kind of like, yeah, give me a Kirk Cousins. I'll take a Jameis Winston. I won't love it, but trade down, trade down.
What
Send
about
a
Sam
Kirk Cousins.
Darnold?
I think he's gonna stay with the Vikings.
You did
But
to be a backup?
but no, I don't want Sam Darnold because we know what Sam Darnold does in New York. I think the reason he's
Oh, you know
successful,
what Sam Darnold does for the New York Jets.
but I still think the New York media, I think the New York atmosphere is too much for people. You send Sam to Minnesota.
All right, yeah, with the QB whisperer out there,
Yeah, and he's having a good year.
a
So
really good year.
really good year. Yeah,
Comeback player of the year.
very much, very likely, right? And I think that's the right environment for certain people. I look at this quarterback class and I don't want a fucking thing to do with it. If anything, if anything, take a Garrett Nussmeier in the third or fourth to see maybe the kid's got something. Um, maybe I have a love for LSU quarterbacks, who knows? But I don't see any first round talent in
The
this class.
answers are there. Shador, baby.
I want nothing to do with that
I want it all. I want it all because you know why? And I touched on this with Dano last week because there's enough time if Shador fucks up, fucking howdy ho, Arch Manning will be there in 3 years coming out.
Boom.
Boom. That's the boom. The Costco fucking boom family right there. That feel the boom right
Listen, I like that. I like that for you guys. I like having that for you guys. I mean, I want Arch Manning to be a New York Giant, which is why I want the stopgap quarterback.
there. Ah, well, we all want it. But I mean, since we touched on the Giants, we have another prepared statement from our Zachary. And I quote, the tankathon continues. The Giants QB I want them to draft is Cam Ward out of Miami. Him and Shador are the only real first round quarterback talents this year. And I don't think Shador or his dad can handle the New York media right now. Cam Ward, I think, is vastly more mature and will be able to handle the expectations, but have to keep losing in order for that to happen. End quote. I'm just going to say this right now. That last statement that Zach said about, but they have to keep losing in order for that to happen. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? The Giants ain't winning shit.
Not winning anything, dude.
They're not winning nothing.
They are so bad.
Did you see? All right. This highlight has been played over and over again. Just Malik Neighbors, just standing wide out, right? Just looking. Just
He's sitting there in the field going, what did I get drafted into?
what the fuck is this shit? I should have went back to LSU. The fuck?
Yeah.
What? Wonder why fucking Danny Jones. Save me.
Fuck that guy. All right. Fuck everything about that guy. Like, there's people out there that felt remorse for him.
I I don't feel remorse for him. I'm happy for him. He fucking got out of New York. That fuck the sinking ship is
No, because he put a hole in the ship. He put a few
all
shots.
right. He put a fucking cannonball size hole in the ship. You are absolutely right. But
Yeah, he like destroyed an engine and was like, "Oh, time to go."
well, speaking of the Giants, they lost 14-11 to the New Orleans Saints. And you know, we got a big shout out, our boy, thoughts and prayers, because there is no Derek Carr slander on this podcast.
Heal up, King. Heal up.
Heal up. Fucking toughest fucking quarterback.
You know what? I'll take Derek Carr as my quarterback next year.
I can't have that. I can't have that. No.
I can't have that for one reason and one reason only. I will not take the slander from the other two.
Oh my, they will ride Derek Carr into the fucking ground.
Yeah,
I hope he's
they'll find Jimmy Hoffa. They'll bury him.
I hope he's the Jets quarterback next year. So Dano can fucking yeehaw to that right there. But no, why wouldn't you want Derek Carr? Listen,
Guy plays his heart out every game.
fucking, you know what, Raiders, do me a favor.
Don't
Here,
say it.
here this is.
Don't say it.
Tom Brady. He fucking fires Antonio Pierce. Get this motherfucker off my team. Brings in Vrabel. They draft Travis Hunter first overall.
Whoa.
And then they bring back Derek Carr.
Oh, no.
Yeah. There it is. And you know what? I was going through my old Raider jerseys because I'm doing a bit of a donation. So I was like, all right, Garoppolo, you're in the bin. See you later. Darren Waller, nice to know you. Devontae Adams, you're never fucking coming back here. See you later. Derek Carr, I got the white and the black. Minted. It's beautiful. You stay.
You stay.
You stay, King. I would love that. I would love one more go with Derek Carr. Or, you know what? Bring back John Gruden as the head coach. I've been thinking about this.
Whoa. Say that one more time so I know I didn't just.
Bring back John Gruden. Hear me out. He drafted like shit. He had too much power. You keep Tom Telesco as the GM because he's hit Brock Bowers, home run. Jackson Powers Johnson, home run. He's hit on a lot of these picks. Why not bring back John Gruden, who had the team, he coached the team up to the playoffs. Well, I mean, he got outed before they could make the playoffs, but that team that went to the playoffs was his team.
Yes.
I I don't know. I mean, crazier things have happened.
I mean, that's just a crazy statement overall. So,
That's and this is it. This is the madness that we're at right now at this point in the year.
but we're both in agreement, right? Both of our coaches will not be the coaches of our teams next year.
People are, I mean, yeah, the writing's on the wall for both of them. I mean, people are more headset on Dable coming back, but I don't think he. I think you gotta fucking just
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know. I don't know.
because I know on in Raiderland, Mark Davis has already come out and said that Antonio Pierce, head coach, and GM Tom Telesco are both going to be rated and graded and judged separately. So what that tells me is that Tom Telesco, you're coming back. And you and Tom Brady are going to be selecting the next head coach. Antonio Pierce.
Do you think GM consistency is more important than coach consistency?
It it's hand in hand, but yes, because I think you have to put the players and make the moves to put the talent on the field,
Yeah.
and then
Because I kind of feel the same way. Like I'm okay with bring Joe Shane back. I'm like I kind of like the way Joe Shane has been doing business. Um, Dable, I was all in on Dable. I'm a Dable guy, but at this point, like I don't. There is like to me, the Giants are so bad. I don't see a future in a long time. I don't see a fix. Like Malik Neighbors is awesome, but he can't stay on the field. He's got no one throwing the ball. It's just there's just so much to do. Like I don't even know. I don't know where to go from here. So it's like,
I dude, and we call that purgatory, and
yes,
that's
this is
where
football hell.
me, you, Zach, and the Danimal. That's the one. Other than the New York Yankees, our bond that ties us together is
Pain.
our football teams stink.
Yeah,
They are basement dwellers.
yeah.
Just
I
god
think
awful.
all three of our teams will be drafting in the top five this year.
Oh my god, how crazy is fucking that? And all right, so let's fucking jump over to the Jets right now. What the fuck?
I think, I think the Jets are a case of when you start off on the wrong foot and nothing goes right.
It
Like,
just the fucking
yeah. Like I mean, you kind of knew what to expect at Aaron Rodgers. Like Aaron Rodgers is playing exactly how I expected him to play. He's not. He's old. He's 40. Like he's gonna play how he's gonna play. He's actually playing better than you would think he is, but
I
it's just been a
expected
shit show.
age like this goes to show age is the winner of all winners. Age never loses.
But look at Tom Brady at the same age, right? Like you make the plays you got to make, right? I mean, Tom Brady was also surrounded by way more talent offensively. Was way more protected on Tampa than Aaron is in New York. Like they knew, like, all right, we have Tom Brady. He's the best quarterback of all time, but he's old. So let's protect
Protect
him
him.
to
And
give
this goes
him
to this is like football 101.
101. Yeah, like let's give
Protect
our guy the
the
ability to
quarterback.
do what we expect him to do. Aaron Rodgers would be doing exactly Aaron Rodgers' thing if you gave him the extra second or two he needs. But the Jets' offensive line is absolutely made of like goat cheese and just melts in your mouth and like you get nothing. So you can't
Uh,
do Aaron Rodgers things because he's not he doesn't have the time or ability. So
well, guess what? I told this to Dano last week, and it's crazy. It's wild to say that the best part of Aaron Rodgers being a Jet was week one last year, running out of the tunnel with the fucking American flag.
It's just crazy to me
That
that
was the high,
yeah,
the peak. That and the hard knocks of him doing a handshake with fucking Sauce Gardner and smoking one up. Like
yeah,
that was as high as it got. And I feel like terrible.
feel
Like
sick, feel sick of
that
it.
that sucks. Because when he ran out of the tunnel, there was no like we were all fucking
There was
all
not a non-Jet fan in the
I
world.
I run through the fucking wall right now
I
for
was on a plane. I was ready to kick the door.
yeah, like this America, this is my team, like this is the team, right? And then four snaps in, well, five if you count as Achilles.
Ugh.
Hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Moment of silence for Aaron Rodgers on the Jets. Moments passed. Moment has passed. Dano, I'm sorry. Down in HEB land right now. Put your 6-shooter away. I know you're fighting off drones right now. Boom, 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 boom. Don't point it at me. I feel for you. I feel for you. Devontae Adams also shout out, buddy. Congratulations. Couldn't have happened to a better person. For you to keep going in the fucking media and talking your garbage trash that doubling down. Oh yeah, but this scenario is just way different here. I know this team hasn't won shit since I've been here, but it's so much better than Las Vegas. Fuck you. Enjoy your next team. Hope it's the Giants.
I take it. Gimme. Gimme it.
And also football news. No, Bill Belichick will not be coaching the New York Football Giants next year. UNC. So Billy taking his 24-year-old girlfriend to grad school. Congratulations, Bill Belichick. Fucking wild.
Yeah, it's that's a wild move. Um,
Not on my
speaking,
go card.
not on my bingo card. Speaking of college, I want to touch on college as we before we end this, but are we good with NFL? Like, do we have any more left to
I mean, we if you want to do quick picks real quick,
Oh yeah, we got to do picks. We got to do picks.
we do quick picks. So Thursday night, shitty game. The fall of the 49ers should be studied. Um, Shout out to some fantasy football. I was going up against Juwan Jennings and Brock Purdy. Put up a stinker.
Debo.
Fucking Pittsburgh Feelers looking pretty good right now. On a pretty good projection right now to hit the semifinals. So let's keep that mojo going. So yeah, Sunday, Chiefs Browns, hammer down on the Chiefs. Think we're in agreement on that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a stupidly close game. It's going to make people get all nervous, but the Chiefs will get willed a win, aka the refs are going to
What
give
would
them.
that conference be? That post game interview from Jameis Winston be beating the Chiefs?
Well, let's not forget. Let's take a little factor into this that people aren't thinking about. This is going to be on Hard Knocks.
Oh,
This game will be on Hard Knocks. It'll be part of Hard Knocks' mid-season thing, which I really like what Hard Knocks is doing, by the way. The the multiple layers of it now. Like you don't just get a little taste of the preseason. Like I love the fact that you get,
I haven't followed, so
oh dude, it's awesome. It's so good. And I mean for me, I get to see more Joe Burrow, so it's like, yeah.
Joe
Uh
Shiesty. Joe. Speaking of Joe Shiesty, Bengals, they're at the Titans.
come on. Bengals
This
by a million.
this is the stack that you want right now. The Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase stack.
Yeah. Yeah, if
This
you have the
could be enough.
Bengals on your fantasy team, you have Chase Brown, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, you're just absolutely just feasting at the fact of your first round playoffs, you're going against this Titans team because
It's got the recipe for another 80-point combined game. Got to go Bengals money line.
Yeah, yeah. Burrow was his knee is a little banged up. Let's not discount the fact that he is slightly injured. But I mean, listen, they are the Bengals are still technically in playoff contention, which is crazy to me.
They're not eliminated yet.
They are not eliminated.
Wouldn't that be the wildest thing that they sneak into the playoffs then go on a run?
I mean, statistically, I think the odds are astronomical, but they're
So
still
they're in like Trent Mick, Pittsburgh Steelers situation where they need to win out and then they need the fucking
yeah, you need to win out
oh,
and
to align.
yeah.
All right, so they're out. Next game, we got the Commandos going against the Derek Carless Saints. Got to go Commanders on this, right?
Yeah, I think this is a nice little bounce back game for Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. I think this is their get right game where they get in, position to compete for the NFC East. Commanders.
Right. Ravens at the New York Giants. The walk-in price for this game, I think, is $20.
Oh, I saw less than that today on
Oh,
TickPick.
so
Yeah.
so yeah, if you're looking to
It
go,
costs you more in tolls to get to the game than your seat.
so if you're looking for a frigid Sunday thing to do, go drop $10 and go on over to MetLife Stadium.
I
Right.
don't usually turn down free tickets to something.
Oh,
Multiple
let's go to
multiple offers.
the Ravens game.
No, I will be at a 1-year-old birthday party in a Bengals jersey, rocking my white Joe Burrow jersey.
Oh, frosty, frosty. All right,
Not
so
even giving a
we're going
shit about the Giants game.
we're going Ravens money line, right?
If you handed me $1 million, I would hand it back to you and say Ravens money line.
All right, all right.
Actually, no, I would say put half a mil on Ravens money line. Put the other half on Ravens. Tease it and get a 2 touchdown favor.
Plus 14. I love it. Cowboys at the Panthers. Cowboys are the dogs on this one. I'm going Cowboys, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's I can't believe that they are actually 3-point dogs in this game.
Take the points then. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's just
So
I
if
mean,
you
I'm getting plus 130 on the money line. It's a nice sprinkle. I would take Dallas too. Um, Cooper Rush isn't playing terribly. The Cowboys have no rush and their defense is now
Rico Daddle has he's
emerged.
come to life a little bit.
Yeah.
He wasn't, I mean,
Let's touch on the linebacker curse of the Dallas Cowboys because wow,
Marion Overshown.
career-ending injury.
I saw he went down, but what was the injury?
ACL, MCL, PCL.
Oh, he did the triple. Oh, all right. Let's take my hat off. Moment of silence. Moment has passed.
Yeah. But I mean, just before we move on, like,
It's a crippler.
dude, Sean Lee, Leighton Vander Esch, and now this kid Overshaw. Like,
This
you
is the year he was hurt last year.
yeah,
Majority of the year.
other knee.
That's a killer. Yeah, there's no it's the fucking defensive end.
Micah Parsons.
Free agent?
Not yet, but I think it's coming up. He's not gonna stay a Cowboy.
No, he's
He's going to Philly.
wow. Oh my
Going to Philly. Mark my words, Micah Parsons will be an Eagle.
wow.
Yep. You're
Man,
welcome, Mike Rizzo. Thank you.
Rizzo probably doesn't want him for some weird reason.
Yeah, like his dog is the wrong breed or some shit. Like
Shout out, Mike Rizzo. Thank you for listening. You are a true dog right there. All right. Jets at the Jaguars.
give me the Jags. I'm not picking the Jets for the rest of the year. I've again, shout out to Dano because your disappointment is now I understand it more than ever. Um, Mac Jones is gonna play and he's gonna make the Jets look silly. It's just gonna be horrendous. And my God, it's pain. Give me the Jags.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Spearmint leaves also agree. We're going Jags on this one. Man, the Jets fall needs to be studied. There's rumors that Garrett Wilson wants out of town too. Man,
It's crazy. It's
hate
just
to see it.
crazy.
Hate to see it. Dolphins at the Texans. Dolphins fighting for a fucking playoff spot. I got the Texans at home. I just both teams are up and down, up and down. Sophomore slump has hit. We've talked about this for CJ Stroud. I hope you all cashed out that the $25 MVP bet. I did. Cashed out a long time ago. Got $8. Pissed that away. So, you know,
Yeah. So for those exact reasons, I'm actually gonna go Oppo and pick the Dolphins. Um, I just they're the Texans are just falling apart. They've come the seams have broken and it's just inconsistency galore. And at the end of the day, Tua is playing good football and he's got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. So I'm gonna pick the Dolphins.
fair enough. Broncos home against the Colts. I won't do it. Bo, no. Let's
Oh
go.
no.
Let's
Oh
go.
no.
AR-15. Fantasy football purposes. Jonathan Taylor. Let this be the light up game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it for a fucking few years. 3 touchdowns, 125 yards. Let's go. Let's fucking go, baby.
Yeah, I'm going Oppo again here. I think Bo does know. I think Bo is the rookie of the year. Yeah, Brock Bowers is good. He is the real rookie of the year. But I,
Quarterback award.
yeah,
Not
it's quarterback award, right? Right?
not
And I think Bo Nix deserves to be at least talked about in the conversation. He's managing a good team that a team that was supposed to be trash is not trash because of Bo Nix. And
no. All right.
give the man some flowers. I know you don't give any credit to anyone in your division, and I understand, but he's not that bad.
He's okay.
I'll accept it.
He's,
I'll accept that as acceptance from you.
he's okay. All right. On to my game of the week. The Buffalo Bills circling the wagons, taking them into Detroit Rock City. 13-1. Let's go, fucking Lions. For those watching on the YouTube right now, your Lions supporter hammering down the Lions. Sonic Knuckles, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yo, shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown right now. His podcast. Did you see they had Xavier Leggett on there
Yeah,
and talking about what they had for Thanksgiving?
yeah.
And I quote, it's a loose quote right now, paraphrasing. Yeah. Now, man, you have them coons, and Amon-Ra St. Brown just has this puzzling look. What the fuck are you talking about? Did you say coons? And he goes, yeah, them raccoons. You you eat raccoons? Oh yeah, we hunt them.
Yeah, I don't know a world where anyone hunts and eats raccoons except for like the hills of West Virginia.
Well, he's a Carolina boy.
Yeah.
This don't these people? This is how COVID started. People are eating
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. Someone
baboon.
get a bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any horror movie like Contagion, like a baboon.
God,
No
eating
nightmare.
fucking trash pandas. You eating a fucking trash panda. That's so fucked up.
Harry
There's
rabies, like well known. Xavier Leggett's gonna retire early because he's gonna get rabies and die probably.
He probably has. He's rabid right
He,
now.
he might be rabid.
I he was on my fantasy football team for a hot second too.
Trash.
Damning evidence right now suggests that he will never be on my fantasy football team eating trash pandas.
But yeah, I do love this game. I think this could be a potential Super Bowl preview,
One
possibly.
one half.
One half is I think is a definite. I mean, listen, crazier shit has happened. The Bills are 10-3. The Bills are 10-3.
Have to be 10-4.
Yeah, listen, I'm picking the Lions. I think the Lions will win. They're just a team of destiny right now. So, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Amari Cooper thriving in Buffalo.
Trash panda. Fucking not even the all right. On to the next one. Steelers at the Eagles.
This is my game of the week. I love these games. The Steelers Eagles classic battle PA. Um, Shout out Mike Tomlin. You take another year and you're over 500 with a dog shit team. Just crazy. Um, I'm gonna pick the Steelers just to piss off Eagles fans.
Wow. You call them a dog shit team?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
With
gonna,
such conviction.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I did. I called them a dog shit
I
team.
did. Listen. Russ is cooking. There's no George Pickens this week. That did come out, but Russell Wilson has had a resurgence, and he's people forget
Never went away.
Justin Fields is
Never
on the
went away. He had a decent year in Denver. That team just fucking was terrible, so everyone glosses over it.
yeah, and his beef with Sean Payton was so public that they literally pushed him out of town.
Broncos country. That's right.
Yeah, now it's Steel City.
Steel City. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Steelers. Go Steelers.
I gotta go Saquon Barkley on this one. He is you gotta touch on this man, Eric Dickerson. Look out.
Yeah, yeah, you got plenty of time left
You
to
are on notice right now. Official notice. Saquon Barkley's headed to the record books this year. Book. Patriots at Cardinals. This is a dog shit matchup. I'm gonna go with the Patriots as underdogs right now because I feel like this is it's one of those weird games where you can fucking pull one out. I think Drake May outshines Kyler Murray.
I actually completely agree with you. I think I do think Drake May outshines Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison just doesn't show up as usual. Yeah,
Doesn't show up as usual.
he's inconsistent. Marvin Harrison has been inconsistent at best, but he's a rookie. I'll give him that. Like I'm not totally judging the guy, but for this generational talent that we all thought he was going to be, he's just been super inconsistent. Blame it on the quarterback play more likely,
I
but
was all right. That was I was about to.
yeah, I mean it's totally quarterback play. I think not. I'm not putting it all on Marvin Harrison being not being a generational talent, but like I think in a few years like he's not a Jamar Chase, you know, like
He could be.
he could be, very well could be, but we shall see. I'm not ending this year with a like grade on Marvin Harrison Jr. saying like bust, I'm just saying like we'll see what next year brings.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um. All right. Buccaneers at the Chargers.
Good game.
Fucking Baker. Baker and the boys. They're. I'm never gonna pick the Chargers on this podcast or in life. So you know it. Fucking let's go Baker.
This is gonna upset you, but I am gonna pick the Chargers. The Buccaneers are really banged up right now. The loss of Chris Godwin was massive for that team, and Baker's just out there fighting for his fucking life. Chargers are playing decent football. I mean, they were down Lad McConkey last week. I believe he's supposed to play, but they
Quentin Johnston stepped up.
yeah, but they lost Dobbins, right? Didn't Dobbins get hurt?
Robbins has been out. He's out for the year.
Yeah, he's out for the year, right?
He's been out. Yeah.
So losing Dobbins was big, but I still, the hardball effect is real. I'm going
Yeah.
Chargers.
I don't like it and I don't respect it. Packers at the Seahawks. I'm feeling the love on this one. Feel the fucking love. But more importantly, I'm feeling Josh Jacobs. Fucking wrecking ball. Just doing Josh Jacobs things. He has over 1,100 yards, double digit tutties. Just consistent. Just this year, between Saquon and Jacobs and Derrick Henry, the
The
we're,
running back market has been reset.
we're not, yeah, we've lifted up the free agent running back and brought it back to levels where people are going to pay top dollar and they're going to fucking do dog shit. But yeah, they're showing up, showing out. Who you got?
I have to pick Seattle here because my fantasy team is anchored in Jackson Smith and Jigba and DK Metcalf. So I'm strictly picking this out of the will to survive and move on. But I do think it's a great game. I mean, you're going against Xavier McKinney, who's having a phenomenal year. Shout out former New York Giant. Um, Another Giant transplant that's having a great year. And I think it's gonna be a good game. I mean,
It's one of those fucking heavy hit
yeah, yeah, like that's the words I was looking for. Like, and where are they playing? Who's home for this game?
Seattle.
They're in Seattle. Oh, lucky for them because if this was Green Bay in Green Bay, those are those games you dread, like middle of December. God,
Listen,
it's gotta suck to
speaking of fantasy implications, I'm gonna roll out fucking Charbonnet this week.
starting.
After a massive week last week, you know what? Let's see if he bottles it up and I roll the dice on it and see what happens. But yeah, I'm still going Packers. Then we got the Bears at the Vikings. The Bears have no fucking shot at winning this game. Um, Sam Darnold's rolling. Bears suck. Caleb Williams is not it. Um, yeah, the Bears are struggling offensively. They can't run the ball. They can't pass. So I'm going Vikings on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna agree with you here. The Vikings have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, who are both playing out of their fucking minds right now. Sam Darnold is reaping the benefits of two phenomenal receivers. Um,
And a head coach that is the QB whisperer.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to Jordan Addison, who single-handedly took my Firehouse league to the number 2 overall spot with a nice bye week this week. Late season trade at the deadline, acquiring Jordan Addison for Tank Bigsby. Best move I ever made.
You'll love to see that. Love to see the fantasy football glow ups. That's a Sunday night game. Onward, or no, I'm sorry. That's the first Monday night game, and then the last Monday night game. The Raiders. That's 117 for you, Brian Pukowski. Shout out, no. Um, they are home in Las Vegas against your boy, struggling Kirk Cousins. This is the perfect game for the Falcons to just come up in and just fuck up and just lose. Regardless of Aiden O'Connell making the fucking insane recovery after being carted off the field, thinking that he broke his leg, tore knee ligaments. They're saying he's could play. Desmond Ritter could be the revenge game. Like a lot of variables right now.
Yeah,
Um,
the Falcons are absolutely playing dog water bad. Kirk Cousins is what, like one for
he's thrown, I think, like 8 interceptions
yeah,
in like the last 4 games.
it's bad.
Real bad.
Kyle Pitts, we touched on it before, but yeah, Kyle Pitts, multiple zero games.
I'm just telling you right now, if you got fantasy football shit going, do yourself a favor and you got Bijan Robinson, full fucking send. This is they're gonna write legends about the Bijan game. This is gonna be like Alvin Kamara, fucking 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I
It has like a
well,
possibility.
very well can see it happening. And yeah, Kirk Cousins has thrown 8 interceptions, no touchdowns in his last 4 games.
Yikes.
What happened?
Something's off. I'm telling you something's off. But I have to go against you here, and it's for reasons I will not mention that only you know. But I'm going Falcons. And I'm not saying because I can't jinx it. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's a free one.
I apologize to you for when the Raiders beat the Falcons and that 17-year-old kid gets a fucking Buick LeSabre with his $2,000. Shout out, kid. This is your week.
Oh God, I
Kid,
will come on with
if
a
you're
net
listening right now, if you're a podcast listener,
and a
here's
net.
some here's some free advice. Pick the Raiders. Go head to head, winner take all.
That would be incredible. I wish I could see his picks because I would just pick Oppo him and then ride or die.
Fucking ride or die. But Brock Bowers, all right. Bo Nix,
Oh, here we go.
offensive rookie of the year. Kid, Brock Bowers has already broken the rookie tight end receptions record.
Yes.
Already. He is going to beat the yards record. He is, right now, I believe he's fifth in receiving in the league, of all the league.
I have him as my fantasy tight end in my brother-in-law's league.
You're
What
welcome. Dude is a dog. And he did this with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell as his quarterbacks. And shout out to Aiden O'Connell. I fucking love you, kid. Gardner Minshew, you fucking hippie bitch. I can't wait till you're a New York Giant next year.
Whoa. Apologize.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Yeah, I don't I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just Gardner Minshew was never it, and from day one, I said this.
Yeah, you did. You did. All right, so let's just touch on college football and then we'll wrap this up.
Oh
What,
yeah, hold on.
oh, you got last
Dan,
shot.
we talked about Texas. Moment of silence for the Hook'em Horns. Moments passed. That was
They're
Quinn.
in. They're in. They're
Yeah,
in.
but they should have. I thought they were going to win against Georgia.
They should have won that game.
They should have won that game, but you know
Should have
what?
won.
Quinn Ewers, they're saying that he might not come out this year. He still has one more year of eligibility left. And that means he's going to hit the portal because Texas is ready to hand the keys over to Arch Baby. So Quinn Ewers boost the stock a little bit.
I mean, if you're Quinn Ewers, I don't know. I mean,
If you come out now, you're going to be a late second, third round pick probably.
not a bad place to be. Like,
Money wise,
yeah, how much better are you? Listen, next year's class, I don't think your Quinn Ewers is the top of it either. Like, where are you going to go if you're Quinn Ewers that it's going to put you in the first round as a draft pick.
If you ball out, if you transfer and ball out, because
Yeah,
you
I
know
mean, I guess
to
it's
go,
going to
he's going
change.
to get some NIL money. He's going to play for a top school, ball out, and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know.
And that's a spearmint leaf talking right there.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some interesting decisions there for Mr. Ewers. But I mean, let's see what he does in the next few weeks. You play crazy and you bring a natty to Texas, your ass is coming out.
Yeah.
Look at the oh God, I can't even remember his name anymore. Michigan, Minnesota Vikings.
McCarthy.
McCarthy, JJ McCarthy, right? You have the JJ McCarthy effect. You go win a natty, the world's your oyster. You come out. You come out.
Just shock it.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I love this 12 team playoff. Like I said to Pack the other day, I'm like, this is my favorite college football playoff bracket ever because it's just awesome. It's just awesome all around. Like every little glimpse you look at it, and I mean, listen, like there's a lot of hate because everyone's like, oh, Oregon's the best team and they have the hardest route to the Natty. Good, good.
Man,
That's the way it should be.
That Oregon Texas game is going to hit like crack after
It's
Texas beats Ohio State.
injected into my fucking veins. I am so excited for this college football playoff. Like, and I have zero buy-in. Like, listen, my team is the Air Force Falcons. I'm never going to see a national championship ever.
Listen, I'm going to live vicariously through Dano, and
Yeah,
um,
I'm in. I'm
yeah,
in.
hook him
Listen,
up.
we can recall a time you and I where we watched the Andy Dalton led TCU Horned Frogs against the Colt McCoy Texans, Texas Longhorns in Atlantic City, in the basement of Caesars Wild West Bar. Watched it all go down.
Yeah,
Moment of living infamy. I had a Texas hoodie on.
yeah. I mean, looking at the bracket right now,
It's awesome.
you got Georgia. They got the bye.
There's no bad games. There's no bad games.
Notre Dame. They look good.
Think
Uh,
about that game alone. Like, dude, it's just, oh,
so you figure it's going to be Georgia and Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl.
yes.
Penn State and Boise in the Fiesta. Texas going to the Peach Bowl. Um, Probably Ohio State going to the Rose Bowl. And then it's once the bowl games hit, that's when it's going to be real fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's just a great, like, it's just no matter what happens.
Is it like the playoff format? This is so much better
Yeah.
than. Do
Finally feels right.
you remember like the fucking BCS committee?
Oh,
What like a load of shit that was.
yeah.
I
Alabama, Alabama, Alabama.
I mean, to be fair, Alabama was the best team in the fucking country for a decade.
When Clemson won the ACC and you kind of had that feeling like there's no way they let Alabama into this playoff bracket, I was fucking giddy with excitement. And to know they were out, that hit like,
Shout out to Clemson.
yeah, shout out to Clemson.
Shout out to Clemson.
A lot of,
You're
lot
gonna
of
get
orange,
walked by the fucking horns.
a lot of orange and purple in this house, but I
Uh,
got I gotta go Texans. I mean, listen, I think Cade Klubnik is a great quarterback. He's there next year. I think no, he's in your top. He's a first round pick next year. I bet you.
I just how you know what? What's the Boise running back?
Shante Jeffrey, right? Is that his name?
No, who's maybe I'm thinking of
Oh,
is
it's Ashante something. It's Gentry. Ashanti Gentry?
Genty.
Yeah.
He Ashton Genty. He is dominated this year, right?
He's Bijan 2.0.
But he's dominated college football this year.
Yeah.
If he gets,
He doesn't win the Heisman, it's a crime.
I, I'm still a Travis Hunter guy. Two-way fucking guy. He's Shohei Ohtani in football pads. It's either him or the fucking Boise running back. But what if the Boise running back just continues to catch fire and just dominates? Like, I could see Boise fucking making a run and going to the championship game.
I think it's criminal if they play in the championship. We don't get their blue field.
Oh,
Actually, we don't get their blue field at all.
at all. No,
Yeah,
because
because it's only this round that's home.
yep, they are wow, that
That's criminal.
I mean, they have the easiest bracket, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, Penn State's pretty tough. Georgia's Georgia, but I think they have the best shot to be the slumdog millionaire over there on that side of the bracket.
I mean, you're already in the next round. So
Yeah, shout out, you're one step closer already. You're in a bowl game.
yeah,
But
you gotta win one less game than everybody else.
so I mean, college football, it's exciting this time of year. Football in general, it's fucking full bore.
This is great. I mean, sports is hitting on all cylinders right now. It's a good time to be a sports fan.
Except when you're a
Except
Raider.
when you're a New Yorker or a Raider, then then life just sucks.
Oh, fucking, we suck right now. You know what?
Dude, even the New York Red Bulls lost to the LA Galaxy in fucking soccer.
And you know the fucking the wheels are coming off right now when we're talking soccer, right?
Yeah, it's
Uh,
the Liberty were the last New York team to win a championship.
that parade was so sad.
Sad. It was sad.
But we did shout them out here on Dog Talk Sports, and that's where you get all aspects of sports, and we bring it to you no matter what it is. If it's bad, it's good. We love to have it. We love you listening and watching. So please continue. Go over to the Instagram, hit us with a follow, like the post, interact with us. We'll talk some shit with you. Go on the YouTube, follow, subscribe, smash a like button. Let's get the views up. Same thing on the Spotify. Leave us some comments in the Spotify. We're here for you. And remember, I know I talked to Dano about this last week, and he was shocked as all hell when I said 1,000 subscribers. That's all we're looking for. Right? Let's
Two
see.
conversations not out of the question.
Two.
It's not out of the question.
It's not out of the listen. You could I think it's a better option than you on a flight to Turkey with like 5 other guys with fucking pin cushions in their fucking head sharing a flight. Just saying. Turkey's not that great this time of year. But you know what? A fucking just anchored in tube. Dude, fucking blonde hair.
Ugh.
My God, like Fabio. Mike Rizzo, right now. This is the point of the podcast where I need you
No, stop it. Stop it.
to
Stop.
get your Photoshop, get a nice picture array. Fabio, crop the hair on for me, please. This is how I know that you listen, because at this point in the podcast, you're going to listen to this probably. This will probably drop by Monday. Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday night, gonna get a fucking on my phone and it's going to be Ray with Fabio here. Just in time for next episode. Next week, I will unveil the Fabio hair Ray, and you guys can be the deciding factor. You comment and vote. Each week, we'll do a new hairstyle with Ray until we get 1,000 subscribers.
Why is it me? Why me?
Because I have hair. I would totally do the fucking tube.
Let's shave Zach's eyebrow off, or like make Dano do a man bun.
Those grow back. Dano with a man bun? He's already got fucking hair. He's got just as much hair as I do.
Cool. Enjoy it. Use it.
All right. I'll grow my hair out if we can cut it and turn it into a tube for you.
I can't have dark hair. Would look demonic.
Oh, fucking jet black hair.
Remember when they face swapped us? Remember how terrifying it was?
Yeah, don't do that. Some things aren't meant to be tampered with.
Exactly.
But you with hair, you had it once. Bring it back.
You were there for it. You saw it in its glory.
It was luscious. 1,000 subscribers. Come on. We're working on some new an open, trying to figure out some digital. Shout out to any digital content makers out there. If you want to help us with a intro video, the DMs are open. We're looking. 2025 is coming up quick, and I think it's time to take Dawgz Talk Sports to the next level. And you know what? Got to get Zach Dano back on here. We haven't had the core four in a minute, so maybe next week for the holidays. Nice holiday episode of Dawgz Talk Sports is in order. Maybe we'll have some Yankee signings. Raiders will hopefully lose another game. Giants hopefully win this week to really get Shador to Las Vegas. Right, you got anything to add?
No, I think you said it perfectly, man. There's no better way to send it off than that.
All right, so guess what? Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe. It's your boys, Dirty Dog Talk this week. P. Schmitty, Ray Tremor. We out. Thank you. Dawgz Talk Sports.